Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Gamma Ray Podcast. I'm Tim with Justin.
How's it going, everybody?
And coming to us from what looks like a retirement home, the other Tim.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
and and this week, guys, this is our Christmas episode. So
yes, it is.
Hooray. Hooray for that.
Yeah.
We got that going for us. We made it far enough into this stupid fucking thing we're doing to make it to Christmas.
To make it to Christmas time. Sorry, y'all. I forgot my bah humbug Santa hat.
It's written all over your face. That's all right.
Yeah, I got my Peppa Pig hat, man. It's all good.
No branding on the show. That's not us.
You're right. You're right.
That's right.
Not unless we get paid.
We're not gonna. I don't think Nickelodeon's gonna sponsor the fucking show.
Especially by Peppa Pig, bro.
Yeah, I don't think Nickelodeon's jumping on board, but
Nah.
like I don't think that's what they're gonna do. I don't think that's what they're about. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
All right, guys, and this week we're getting into kind of the darker side, darker history of Christmas with the one and the only Krampus. Bad motherfucker.
Yeah, this dude, man.
Bamf.
Yeah, he was a bastard.
Well,
At least.
Yeah, he's kind of a
necessary evil, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely necessary evil.
It was just nice to have somebody else hit your kids for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of the pressure off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it takes a
you're
lot
tired
of
around the
pressure off
Christmas season. Let them run around. Krampus would come and
dude,
beat
you know how
ever-loving
stressed
shit out of
out
him.
I am? I'm so fucking stressed out. I want to hit kids that aren't even mine. Just because.
Especially during this time of year, man.
The only
Just
thing
drop
that's gonna
kick a
make me feel
5-year-old
better.
just walking down the street.
It's the only thing that's gonna make me feel better. I went to the park the other day. I just started pushing kids off the fucking slides.
fucking tripping them as they go by. I mean, dude, what's it tell you about how bad your kids have become when you have to use Santa cams and Elf on a Shelf?
My shit works, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I got one on my.
It's the snowflake version of Krampus. Elf on a Shelf.
I got one of those Santa cams on my tree right now.
Hey,
of course you do.
Hey,
of course you do.
We used it the other day for my grandkid.
Yeah, I got Elf on a Shelf. It's more fun for me.
Yep.
Trying to figure out like shit, like like scenes from like Die Hard to put them in. You know what I mean? Shit like that. All right, so essentially, this story is a pretty good one because it's a little bit about, I think, duality as people, humans. You know what I mean? Like a story that we tell, right? Because like everybody essentially has like a shadow version of themselves, right? And Krampus is that, for the beloved Saint Nicholas. You know what I mean? The guy that brings everybody all the shit they don't deserve.
Yeah.
And it's in that
Krampus brings them what they do deserve.
Yeah, an ass whooping. Can of whoop ass.
Basically.
One would say he's the better version. Yeah.
Which one would say that?
Krampus.
Not the kids.
No, the kids know. But...
No, not the kids, the parents for sure.
Maybe German kids. But so it's in the vein of of the darker side of Christmas that we're gonna try to ruin this holiday for you as much as humanly possible. We're really gonna try to really just wreck it.
Hey,
so like as always in the show, you know what I mean? Like who is Krampus and why should we give a shit? Right? Why do we care about Krampus? So the history of Krampus, man, goes it's pretty old, dude. It goes back to the 6th, 7th century, like most things we cover. It's just a continuation into modern day versions of shit they talked about in the past. You know what I mean? Aliens, I think, are like that now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Bigfoot's kind of always been OG. He's never really changed much. You gonna say it?
No.
I thought you were gonna say something about the chupacabra, and then I was gonna mute you.
Oh no, I mean I can. Yeah. No, I was.
Have that be our Christmas
I was going
present.
To say something
else. Have that be our Christmas present. You don't mention chupacabra until 2024.
2024. I don't know if I could do that.
I need at least a year off.
I was going to say you completely sidetracked me. I don't even remember what I was going to say.
I'm sure it was important.
It was. It would have changed the world as we know it. Yeah. There would have been no more hunger. Smiles on everyone's faces, and now
no more happy kids on Christmas.
No.
None of it.
No.
So I don't know. I was talking about how old it was, 6th, 7th century.
Pretty
Because
old.
everything we talk about is fucking old.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about anything
It's
recent.
like super old. And and his story though, until the 16th century, was never actually written down. Right. So this kind of makes you believe that if it's as old as the 6th and 7th century, it was more of you mean kind of like folktale told,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Orally.
Like orally given, you know, from family to family throughout the fucking hundreds and hundreds of years.
And if it wasn't written down to the 16th century,
Yeah.
chances are it probably went back further than 6 or 7.
Well, if they didn't write it down to the 16th century, it got churched up a bit, so it could have been even way fucking worse than what we're gonna get into.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm sure they were editing shit by then.
I'm sure it got watered down a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. And so, what does Krampus look like, right? And would you know him if you saw him? Yes, is the short answer to that question. Because this motherfucker,
you wouldn't even have to know the word Krampus. You saw this motherfucker.
You would probably just scream Krampus.
Yeah.
Just start running because it's pretty fucking scary.
Yeah.
So, according to Central European descriptions, right, which is where essentially the story originated from, anyways. Krampus is a half goat, half demon. Which I always thought demons were half goats, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, ain't that how they depict Satan? He's like half goat, half demon.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I mean,
or he looks like Al Pacino, I guess. I hope he doesn't look like Al Pacino.
Yeah, no, me either, bro. I think I'd rather much have him look half goat and half demon,
like a 5'5", highly Italian man. Who screams everything he says.
Yeah.
So he's a half goat and half demon, right? And he was gonna, like we said, he's there to punish the misbehaving kids of the villages, cities, all that shit. But really only around Christmas time. I guess you can be a prick the rest of the year, and it'll be fine.
Just don't be. Well, I don't know, dude, because you had the Santa Claus thing where you have to be good all year.
That's a tall order, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
that's hard for a kid.
Is the Krampus thing like an accumulation of you just being a little prick for a year, or is it just strictly around Christmas time?
It seems to be just around Christmas because they never mention it ever again unless it's around Christmas. So,
or is just Christmas season, the season of reckoning for the rest.
Well, I think that's when the veil is thinnest between our dimension and his. That's when you can cross over.
Okay.
You like that?
Didn't hear that one before, but yeah,
that's because I just made it up right there.
Yeah, Tim's making up folklore as we go.
It's canon now. It's part of it.
It's
recorded. It's out in the fucking airways now, buddy.
That's right.
Now it's part of it.
You heard it on the internet, so it must be true now.
Right. So, like, if you can believe it, and I don't think you're gonna, Krampus is believed to have been originated in the bright and shiny country of Germany.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe that you can't believe that. No.
It seems like every horrible thing ever imagined comes out of Germany, man.
Well, he was responsible directly for World War II.
Yeah, Krampus.
Krampus?
Well, Krampus beat the hell out of Hitler, and that's what made him so angry. It was Krampus
too many years.
Krampus was mean to him while he was a kid.
It's the whole fucking time it was Krampus.
Made fun of his artwork.
All right, so Krampus, is actually a German word, Krappen, like cramping, like your wives do every month. They're cramping, which is their word for claw, right? So that's a German word for claw.
That makes sense. Cramping, claw.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Come out once a month.
Yeah, it's pretty close. And the story of Krampus actually appears in a lot of the folklore too, like in the surrounding cultures that were in like that kind of like Slavic area of Europe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So yes, that would make sense then.
Yeah, I mean they're all pretty close.
Kind of pretty like closely related.
I mean, apparently they're trading Christmas stories too. Who would have thought?
In the 6th century, what the hell else you got going on?
Yeah,
I don't know. A million other things.
Let me tell you about the 5 kids Christmas? I lost on my way over here. It's only 4 miles down the road.
Man,
2 of them were killed by wolves.
I was about to say, 2 of them got eaten by wolves, 2 got eaten by bear. So we're doing.
One just disappeared. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
I think Krampus got him.
Yeah. But check out this
Speaking of
Christmas
Krampus, I have a hell of a story for you.
Yeah.
So like in the surrounding countries around there though, it was like Austria, Croatia, like Hungary, like Bavaria. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think like Dr. Doom is from. The Czech Republic, and it even went as far down as the Italians, like northern part of Italy. Like it didn't make it down to where like Leonidas and shit were. It like just at the top.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So like regardless of the stories of him though, like punishing the bad kids at Christmas, Krampus himself has some pretty dark roots. And it's like I think there's definitely more to his story other than just like the shit you saw and seeing like pop culture.
Yeah, like
Krampus, you know what I mean?
Just he's an evil spirit.
He's a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
He's a lot worse than that. And I think that's what makes him more interesting to myself now, knowing that it's not just,
some B-ray horror flick.
Yeah.
Well, dude, like it's been a few years now, but I never heard of Krampus until I was an adult. Until he started popping up in movies and stuff like that.
Man, I can honestly say
I never heard of him once.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Like I've never heard of it. Like as a kid growing up, I never feared Krampus. You know what I mean? Like
no, that's because you had a 5'2" gremlin running around whooping your ass. You didn't have time to be fearing Krampus.
I didn't have time to fear Krampus.
I figured you were one of the ones telling it orally to your kids.
Just watch out for this little 5'2" psycho gremlin that skulks around every Christmas.
Like I could see like you like having a picture like with Krampus. Like
no, there wouldn't even be a picture. It's like an etching.
Like
someone carved into a
prison pose. You know what I mean? Like their arms are crossed.
Like jailhouse pose.
And they're like leaning back.
What was that like the 90s rappers?
Yeah, that B-boy pose.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, you guys
like
are posed like
them.
You guys are posed like fucking New Kids on the Block.
Yeah. Krampus chilling in the middle.
Like one of the fucking Wahlbergs.
Krampus rocking like a Slayer album.
Much more literal back then, of course.
Yeah,
yes.
For sure.
But Krampus, I mean, he's more than just like a silly story that the parents of the time told their kids to get them to try to behave around the Christmas.
Right.
The old world, like Elf on a Shelf, essentially. Kind of.
This is so much worse.
Yeah.
It's like so much worse, man.
Oh, for sure, dude.
God bless, man. Like those poor kids.
Like significantly more violent.
You know what I mean?
Just like, imagine every story that these kids had to hear. It was just
them getting
chaos.
Yeah, like, something horrible happening to them.
They're getting kidnapped. They're getting like their hands chopped off or something.
Yeah, they're getting dragged away in burlap sacks and beat with sticks.
Yeah,
bro.
Awesome. No. See that was fun for them, but they had so much more worse things to worry about.
Where do you get a burlap sack? Where can I get one of those? Like nowadays,
Can you even get burlap anymore? I mean, that's.
I feel like if I go to like Hobby Lobby or something, I can find myself a burlap sack somewhere.
It's funny you say that because I got a roll of burlap in my closet.
Of course you do. Yeah. I mean, that papyrus
brings you back to the good old days.
Like a notebook of papyrus.
I'm not even kidding, man. Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, dude.
But, dude,
what is happening?
Like the kids nowadays, man.
What century do you think it is before we continue? Like what? Like, God Almighty, man! Yeah. I got a roll of it.
Yeah, I ain't lying. I do.
Yeah.
But see, all right. Let me just justify this. I got a roll of it because at one point I was intending on making my own mask, so I was going to use it for
like a Krampus mask.
Yeah, and I bought the burlap with 2 rabbit hairs hides.
Yeah. God Almighty, man!
2 rabbit hides and a muskrat hide.
Yeah.
And,
was it like a dowry? Like what? Like what was it? Jesus Christ, man! Yeah, we're not gonna make it through this episode.
No, every last one of us is dying.
I got that long COVID. This shit will not go away.
But Krampus was actually part of pagan rituals
Of course.
that surrounded the winter solstice. Like, obviously,
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Like they do create
Especially
a lot of
during-
like creatures like this
Yeah.
for like specific times of year.
yeah.
Yeah, personifying,
And it's
shit that's
always
happening
like,
around
yeah,
them, I guess.
a lot of like the worst shit in pagan like culture, I guess,
Mhm.
always happens around one of the solstices.
Yeah. Summer.
Yeah,
solstice.
half the population dies every time it becomes summer, and the other half dies around winter.
Yeah.
Like,
they're fucked no matter what.
yeah.
Can you imagine that dude making it through like one of those like 16th century winters, like
Oh,
30 of
oh.
them, and then you die in spring
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
suck.
you die in like the best
when
time.
it's like a balmy 75 degrees and
Yeah. Spring equinox.
like a light wind and it's fucking beautiful.
You get a
You're like,
splinter and
I
just
just made it through
can't
3
make it.
degrees.
You get
For
trampled by a
6
horse.
someone coughs in your direction. Well, there goes that.
Yeah, that's the plague.
But he's a lot more than just a demon, right?
Hmm.
In fact, he's the son of Hel, the Norse goddess of the underworld. Dude, like, how often do the fucking Norse show up in our episodes?
Ugh.
It seems like every other episode we're talking about like the Norse gods or something.
It's
Okay.
not by fucking choice.
Now,
It's just like
can I
get
everything
some
comes
fucking-
from there, and I hate it.
Can I get some fucking props here?
No,
Bro,
No, if I can't talk
absolutely
about
not.
if I can't talk about fucking chupacabra, you cannot talk about damn
I
Norse.
can't talk about the Norse.
Thank God you're not saying that to me about aliens because we wouldn't have a show like anymore.
Oh yeah, by the way, no more aliens. All right.
That's like 75% of what I want to do on this fucking thing.
Yep. But somehow it keeps circling right
Dude,
back
like-
around to the Norse.
It's gonna be my New Year's resolution to talk about aliens no matter what the topic is. I'm gonna bring
I'm
it
gonna
in.
I'm gonna
Somehow-
bring them up.
Somehow bring it
some
around.
way.
I will force it in whether it makes sense or not. It's gonna happen. I'm just letting you know now. All right, you're telling me something about the goddamn Vikings. Tell me something
Yeah.
about it.
Well, like I just said, he's the son of Hel,
Mm-hmm.
the goddess of Helheim, the lead,
Right.
the ruler of Helheim,
Okay.
land of the dead.
Yep.
And basically, it's a Norse version of the Christian hell.
Or vice versa, I guess.
Yeah. Where like you go to Helheim if you didn't make it to Valhalla.
Yeah, I played God of War.
So
I know all about it.
Well,
And there's like
Valhalla-
there's like a giant bird there too that does some shit.
Valhalla's for the
Zeus
warriors.
shows up, just yell
Asgard
at you.
is their heaven. Valhalla's for
Sorry.
The warriors.
Yes, Asgard, my bad.
Valhalla's for the warriors.
Anyways,
Okay, I just want to straighten that
And thank God you did.
out.
she's not only like the ruler of Helheim, but she's the youngest daughter of the god of mischief, Loki.
Okay.
Who's the son of Odin and the brother of the thunder god Thor.
Thor's an idiot. I just learned. He's not like a very smart, like in mythology, like in real mythology, not in like.
Well, I mean, if you're
Marvel.
walking around with a
Well, he's
fucking
kind of
hammer,
stupid at Marvel too,
But
but
he's big and dumb. And
yeah,
he can fight.
but it's like way worse in like the mythology. He's like a really
Yeah.
dumb fucking guy.
well, doesn't he like ride around with fucking goats for his
Didn't
Yeah,
he
he's
like?
got
cat
giant-
to his sleigh?
Didn't he
yeah,
like drink?
giant goes to his chariot.
Didn't he like supposed to like drink an ocean?
Mhm.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Somebody tricked him into thinking that this little thing had that much liquid in it.
Yeah, because it was like a drinking contest.
It goes to show you he never understood volume or density or any of that stuff. Fucking idiot. Like wow, like after like a couple minutes when you're like, wow, there's like a lot in here. Like
Yeah,
a lot more
like
than it
that.
looks.
you would think so.
I think he would just like stop doing it.
It's like, nah, I'm just gonna keep going.
Wow, this alcohol tastes just like salt water. Like nobody you didn't put
The
that
more I
together.
drink, the thirstier I get.
Yeah,
So let me just keep drinking.
he's so dehydrated by the end of it.
Well, to go into a little bit about Krampus's mother,
Please.
she's not a looker. I'll put it that way,
Oh,
by any means.
No, I wouldn't think so.
that's mean.
In the Encyclopedia Mythica, Hell is given a physical description described as a horrible hag. that is both half alive and half dead at the same time.
We do need to bring back some of the old insults for women,
Yeah.
like a horrible hag, like that.
I'll start
what
using
the-
them on my wife. I'll let you know how
Fucking
they go.
Krampus looking motherfucker.
Yeah, let you know how that goes. Like,
Yeah,
she's like, what do you mean by that? You're like, because you look half alive and half dead at the same time.
You look like Hell of Helheim. You're like, what? And only you'll get it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's really only for you, anyways.
Well, unsurprisingly, she's also described as having a gloomy or grim expression on her face. I can't imagine why.
No, I would, yeah.
I can take a few stabs at it.
It's like,
It might have something to do with being half dead and half alive, and also lives in the literal hell.
yeah,
But,
I
you
mean,
know.
I would think that would,
Yeah, I don't think that's putting a smile on your face.
no, yeah, that would wreck your daily demeanor.
I think you'd get kicked out. Smiling is not, you're not, it's prohibited.
Yeah, it's like, yo,
Yeah, no,
that
you
shit
can't
don't fly
smile
down
here.
Yeah, that shit don't fly down here.
Yeah, get with the program. All right,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be suffering.
Yeah, this is hell.
If whatever they turn that frown upside down is, that's what that would, that's their motto.
She's also described as having a face and body of a living, breathing woman, but her legs and
Alright.
oddly her thighs are said to be that of a corpse, dead and decaying.
Take that, women.
Molted and modeled and moldering.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's like if fucking Shakespeare did a description of Krampus or his mother.
Yeah, she has the face and body of a living, breathing woman. But
once you get below the belt,
yeah, yeah,
Jesus.
it's a done deal.
You know, it's funny. I have the
It's
same
rough.
problem with mermaids. Like they got that fish bottom.
Yeah, they look good as hell until
You
below
get
the waist.
right around the place you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you know, I always want the reverse mermaid, the fish part on top, and the lady part on the bottom.
Ah, that's way worse.
yeah, that'd be way worse, bro.
It's way worse.
I mean, I don't know which way would be really truly ideal, but
I guess it depends on the bottom.
yeah.
If it's like a half fish, half Kim Kardashian, I think I'll be okay. Or like a half like Nicki Minaj or something. I think I can work it out.
As
Well,
long
you
as
know-
the upper half is like a sucker fish, I guess.
It's just all from behind, buddy. That's what. And a lot
I
of
put a bag on my own head.
and a lot of imagination.
Right, put a bag on your own head. Throw a bag on, then throw a wig on her.
Oh God.
All from behind.
Now, this is the mother of Krampus, mind you. So
Right. Yeah. We're
Naturally-
talking shit about the guy's mom.
Yeah, I know. We're talking shit about his mom.
he would also be horrible and just like terrifying to look at.
Yeah.
So that's his mother. He started out not great.
Yeah, I mean, he already started off.
Yeah. The genes were a little.
yeah,
Yeah,
We're a little off.
they were a little wonky to begin with.
They're acid washed. Those genes.
Yeah, he was already coming
Rough.
from Jump Street anyway.
Those things are
Um,
rough. Like it's not only that, but then you're like, your mother looks like that, and you're born in hell.
Yeah,
That's like where you're
So it's like-
from.
yeah,
it's
it's
like
like
your
two
neighborhood.
strikes against you right there.
Like, oh, like my old stomping grounds.
Yep.
Hell. But yeah, he actually means it. Like,
Yeah.
It's
like, oh man.
not just a metaphor. He's like,
I
for
thought you were
real.
talking about like Detroit. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about like real life. Hell.
No, I'm
Legit
from,
hell.
Yeah, I'm from like legitimate hell, bro.
Oh man. I thought you were from Pontiac, Michigan. Or Gary, Indiana.
Or Troy, New York.
Oh my God. All the shittiest places on earth.
These kids can't win. But Krampus is not the only. He's not really the only story of Christmas devils.
Did you just do air quotes without
I
saying
did.
it?
I did.
Without saying anything?
without saying it.
You do
Is
know
it-
that this is mostly
An audio medium?
Yeah,
Okay, very good.
Okay, but Christmas, air quotes, devils.
Well, if he says quote unquote in his
Quote,
retirement
unquote.
home there, he doesn't get his jello. So
yeah.
there's certain phrases that they're not allowed to say.
No more tapioca for you.
Okay, man.
They can only ask when it's time for a nap and where their grandkids are. That's it.
And I want my free Viagra. So
Oh God. Why? Trying to get that old tush. That's it. Ugh.
yeah. Hey man. You know. They,
There's that
No, I
imagination
don't,
again.
actually.
experienced.
There's using that imagination coming in handy again. You can use it on fish people or old folks.
I'll stick to the fish people. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's like good thing for dementia, huh? but oh man. But the Christmas devils that are the counterpart of jolly old Saint Nick. In France, they had their own version known as Hans Trap.
Oh, Hans Trapp.
Yeah, you know Hans Trap.
Nope.
Not me either. And the Netherlands had Duarte Piet, also known as Black Peter. Now that I have heard of.
Yeah, that's the one.
I imagine so. Yes,
That's the one starring The Rock, right? Peter.
Imagine you've run into a lot of that.
A lot
in
of
your day.
Black Peter.
Oh, wait, that's his porn.
Yeah.
Never mind. He still
Black
says
Peter.
Shazam a lot in it, though. Every 13 minutes or so. Shazam!
Catchphrase.
But Black Peter, bro, I have heard of that dude. He's like the evil Santa Claus.
That's Krampus.
No, I think he's more like the evil Santa Claus.
No, I'm saying I thought Krampus was the evil Santa Claus.
Well, nah.
Kind
Krampus-
of.
Well,
Yeah.
Krampus would be the
Krampus is his counterpart.
like
But if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, Black
two
Peter
sides of
was
the
like-
same coin kind of thing.
Yeah, like I think.
Oh,
Black
okay, I
Peter
got
was,
you.
like,
I got you.
legit, like a bad Santa Claus.
Oh, okay.
But of all these traditions, man, they were based around the young men of the town dressing up to scare away the evil spirits of winter. But
Sure.
dude, and this kind of takes you back to when it was, but mainly the mountain spirits that love to come down to the towns and villages and wreak havoc on the townsfolk.
Interesting side note. Like, I can't wait to put this on YouTube. So, yeah, there you go. Thanks for fixing it, because it looks like I was on a FaceTime with my grandma, where I could only see from your eyeballs up.
Wait a minute. No,
Well, it's like
There you go.
it's like grandma.
I can't
you,
see you.
you do know FaceTime is just the name of it. You don't actually have to put it in your face in real time.
That's kind of how it is, man.
But these fucking Germans, man, they're dressed up in fucking lederhosen,
Yeah.
scaring the ghosts,
Wooden
Scaring the kids around town.
yeah, scaring mountain spirits.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Fantastic.
Like these guys had to be eating mushrooms, man.
I hope, dude, because I hope so. Just for fucking as an ounce of dignity. I hope you're tripping balls
Yeah, dude.
while you're
Like,
doing that.
what do you expect, man? The whole town was tripping nuts. You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect from us?
Well, that's because all the green was rotten.
Yeah, they were all drunk and high. on what like mold?
What was that ergot or something?
Oh
like
God,
that,
I
right?
think I think that's what it was. Yeah.
But this was in line with
Interesting,
the
like-
pagan traditions of the time. So you
Right.
know, the
Yeah.
Vikings, they all, man, you gotta think, dude, they all eat mushroom.
Interesting side note on that too. Ergot was supposedly one of the theories what caused the Salem witch trials.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard that.
Well, it's around the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah, 60s,
Well,
1700s.
yeah.
Well,
But
like
they were
200
thinking-
years. It's not that long in the grand scheme
Yeah.
of time.
Well, that's what they were thinking, that like the people in the town were eating the bad grain.
Tripping balls and having
Yeah.
a great time, burning witches.
Yeah, dance around the fire.
Yeah, dance around the fire, burning
Just a
witches,
fucking just absolutely gnarly time. It's good
drowning
for them.
people.
Good for them,
It
man.
was an awful time to live.
Well, if they
What
float,
else was there to
if
do?
They don't. Yeah, right.
What else?
Look,
was there
y'all
to do?
bored, dude. Let's go burn the town witch.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Which
there's
one is it? I don't
nothing.
know. We'll figure that out when we get there.
I hate Mondays. There's nothing to do.
So let's burn a witch.
I got an idea. It's a fucking winner too.
Yeah. Let's pile stones on top of them until they can't breathe. And we
You know what? I'm not even
Awesome.
going to stop with one. We're just going to do all of them. We're going to call them all witches.
Yeah. Krampus was not one of these young men and became something way more nefarious. You know, since Christianity was spreading so fast throughout these countries,
Yeah.
basically Krampus became synonymous with Christmas. And these, despite the church's attempt to ban this creature altogether from the lexicon, Krampus himself has different looking versions depending on where you lived.
Yeah, I mean,
so this is Christianity trying to whitewash again.
Yeah, try to take everything cool.
Yeah.
And how dare they take the hellspawn demon
that terrifies kids.
Try to get rid of them.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you want something that's supposed to keep kids good? I guess that's the fruit of hell for all eternity. I guess.
I guess
I just thought about that. Yeah. All right, very good.
Oh, I mean, you know,
those crafty Christians.
Yeah.
Steal everything and claim it for themselves.
Mm.
You know. But, you know, however, the most common traits of this demon, you know, I mean, it's basically the same shit, you know, across the board, man. You know, they got him as a hairy monster, typically black or brownish color.
Right.
And, you know, he has the horns of a goat, cloven, you know, and also, don't on their cloven hooves for feet. Like
that sounds like an ex-girlfriend of mine. I'll be real with you.
Sounds like your current wife. Like, I think if I could take one trait from a goat, it'd be like their eyeballs. Their eyeballs are pretty awesome because they're like rectangles.
They're cool. Yeah, they're crazy looking.
It looks like, you know, like
he got all the worst parts.
It looks like that's what the guitar player from like Limp Bizkit would wear. There's like contacts that look like that.
Yeah, that would look like a goat.
Yeah, that's what
goats do have sick looking eyes, man. I will give you that.
I think the way they're
creepy as shit.
The way they like pretend to die when they get scared is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that next time I get scared. Just fall over.
Just fall over.
Stiff.
Get all stiff.
Like, oh man. Feel like a goat scream, and then
and then your boss just walks away and be like, "Oh, okay."
I don't know what the hell just happened. I'm gonna walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one right where it is, though.
Put a pin in that. Come back to it later.
How scary would that be to see somebody do that in real life?
It freak you out, man.
And like a skit, it's hilarious, but in real life,
all of a sudden they just stiffen up.
Like, oh my god!
It's like, yo, I think I just killed him.
This motherfucker. He's either office meds or he fucking needs some. Like stat. Like, some crazy shit going on around here.
Yeah.
This motherfucker literally just did like the faint goat maneuver on me.
It worked though. Yeah, I walked away.
Like, how do I even react to that?
Like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
That's not in a managerial handbook.
Yeah. There's no seminar. There's no seminar that covers that.
Yeah. But, you know, but also, man, like an old timey, you know, Gene Simmons.
Right.
Is also known to be an asshole and have an extremely long tongue that is pointed.
Like I thought you were
like a demon.
I thought you were talking. I thought you were talking about like trying to sell like nonstop like Krampus merch from the store.
Well, they have like I did see
like bring everything back around to his Krampus store. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I thought like I do remember seeing that Krampus themed coffee shop that they have. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I think it was at Myrtle Beach.
I saw that. Yeah, it was.
That Krampus theme.
It definitely was. Yeah, because that guy's got his fucking name on everything, man.
You just walk in and they just beat the shit out of you with sticks.
Yeah.
Throw lumps of coal at your head.
Yeah, just start
paying for this.
Throwing coal at you.
That was a 45-minute wait.
My ass kicked.
That one of those little flying saucer things that blink and shit when your turn's up.
You know, gotta maximize everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for somebody that's supposed to be so rock and roll, he's so commercialized.
Krampus?
Yeah.
Huh.
Krampus.
It's all about merch nowadays.
It's all about merch, man. You gotta get that merch out there. And you know,
We
And
should
once you get past the
maybe
tongue,
we should take some Krampus advice and get some goddamn
Yeah.
merch.
I know, get some merch out there.
Let's worry about getting listeners first, and then we can
Yeah.
worry about the merch.
No, see, you build the merch, and that
and
brings
then,
the
and they will
people.
come to you.
Bill, I was gonna say, build the merch and then they will come.
Nobody's gonna wear a shirt of a podcast they don't listen to. Think
That's
about it
right.
that way.
But if they got the shirt, they'll listen to the podcast.
Did I just see you drink out of a goddamn Goku cup? I told you no branding unless it's goddamn us.
Okay,
Yeah, your screen literally like blurred out for a second, like I was trying to edit
so,
it.
Yeah.
God bless technology.
It's like, nah, bro, you can't be having this.
What were we talking about? Gene
Krampus, I
Simmons?
think.
Krampus's
Yeah,
tongue.
Gene Simmons. Krampus's tongue.
What is this episode about? Kiss? Like a Kiss Christmas or something? Wasn't that like a very Kiss Christmas or something?
Yeah, just terrible merch, terrible music,
All right,
terrible everything, top to bottom.
Yeah, we nailed down the hatred of Kiss.
Yeah, we did.
Take that.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I love them.
Take that, Kiss Army.
They're my favorite band of all
Take
time.
that, you multi-millionaires, you.
Yeah, you almost billionaire. You and your Kiss Army.
How do you like that?
But yo, once you get past the tongue, though, his terrifying mouth will also reveal razor sharp fangs.
Were you trying to get past the tongue?
Well, I mean,
How much
I don't
effort
know.
was put into that?
like, do you really want to get past the tongue at that point?
Not really. I
Well,
think
it
that's
depends on
enough
how
for me.
much determination you have.
It's really about grit. I
Yeah.
think. Are you tough enough?
Are you tough enough to
Are you
get past
strong enough to make it through?
it and then deal with the razor sharp teeth?
God almighty, dude.
You gotta
But
love
and
It's a wonder our audience isn't growing at a rapid rate.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't understand it myself. We just went on like a 10-minute Gene Simmons rant.
it. Yeah.
I mean, I said the word Krampus a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried to bring it back in, but
It was more of a blend.
You know.
I wasn't trying that hard to bring it back on point. Kind of like I'm doing now.
yeah,
I'm currently doing that. So,
you know,
is this next one going to be how the aliens invented Krampus?
surprisingly enough, it is.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Just hold your breath.
I'm
Keep holding
starting. I'm starting my New Year's resolution early.
Yeah, don't bother.
Somehow it's going to circle right back around the aliens.
Because how I do most of the research, I just will avoid all alien topics.
I'll just bring it up randomly.
Yeah. Somehow Chupacabra's going to get thrown in the mix.
You're not going to see it. You definitely aren't going to hear that shit coming out of my mouth.
Dude, don't worry, because the very next episode I'm looking into is the Chupacabra.
Oh boy, that must be a solo
Watch.
project you're working on there, bud. Because
Yeah, I'm trying, trying to branch out,
yeah.
That's
go
what
Good
my
it
own
luck.
way.
Good luck with all your
Uh.
Chupacabra fanboys out there.
is.
Well, I'll probably have more success.
They're
It's-
out there.
It's the only time he gets to use that word because it means suck. Because he yelled goddamn well. He ain't calling his wife a Chupacabra.
What's the opposite of Chupacabra? That's what I need.
That's what you
sucking,
got
sucking for
currently.
you.
That's your current situation.
But in addition to the previous descriptions of the demon of Christmas, right?
Uh-huh.
Krampus is said to carry along with him chains that symbolize the Christian church binding the devil.
That had to have been added after.
Yeah.
100%.
Because if he was pagan, that had nothing to do with it.
No.
No. Yeah, if he was wearing chains, it was only to whip people more efficiently.
Yeah. Well, let them know who's
Get more
boss.
bang for his buck every
Yeah.
time he hits them,
Yeah, he
Or
was
kind
like,
of let him know he was coming, kind of like a ghost kind of thing.
yeah, he was pretending to
Kinda a
be
little scary.
Ghost Rider. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Ooh,
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Like the ghost of like Christmas past or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm Krampus.
Dude, I can just see like a movie with that.
like Krampus is
He-
like
yeah.
the ghost of Christmas past.
No, like Krampus is like stalking through the woods towards like this one kid, and he's just like, "Ooh, I'm
Ooh.
Krampus," like shaking his
Shaking
chains.
I hope it's way more like over the top, like exploitative kind of shit. Krampus, Krampus, motherfucker.
I'm Krampus.
Like they cast like Dave Chappelle to play Krampus. Dave Chappelle,
Yeah. It's like how Krampus was on American Dad.
Krampus, goddammit.
Krampus like ends up being the good guy in all this.
Wu-Tang.
But you know, the chains in essence, you know, they're an accessory that he carries around
Yeah.
for essentially the dramatic effect, the sound of the sound the chains are, you know,
Right.
what they symbolize.
Right.
Along with the chains, he also carries around bells of various sizes. Likely for, you know, the same reason as the chains. He just wants you to know he's coming.
Nothing scarier than the sound of a
I was
fucking
about to say,
bell.
you know,
8-foot tall goat monster coming
It's
at you with chains
100%
and
the reason.
bells.
It's 100% of the reason why I don't give money to like the fucking Salvation Army that are outside the stores
Yeah.
right now.
ringing bells.
I'm terrified.
Dude, I
of
can't
the
even
sound of
go into
bells.
the stores. Yeah, it's like they're there. I have to walk away.
I'm literally yelling at strangers. It's Krampus. It's a Krampus.
Don't give Krampus your money.
Man,
Oh
take-
my God,
this
bro!
is-
Now that's all I'm going to see when.
He's gonna use the money for his merch store.
This is, you know, taken directly from pagan beliefs that Krampus, you know,
Not what I said.
no, not what you said at all.
It ain't for his
I
merch
just,
store.
I was just skating right over what you said.
Oh,
bro.
right, no, that's good for the show actually. So just keep going.
But yeah, he's also known to. He also like to have a root with him,
All right,
which
what's the root?
is a bundle of birch branches. He uses to swing at children as a form of punishment.
Oh my goodness.
Krampus also, you know, he has what's called a root with him, or a bundle of birch branches that he uses to swing at children as a form of punishment.
What's another word for a bunch of sticks?
Fag.
Oh,
So he's swinging fags at him.
yeah. You guys said it, not me.
What? It's
It is.
it is what it is.
Well, I wish this bundle of sticks would fucking get going here. I'm ready to hear the rest of
The
the
birch,
story.
the birch branches are also thought to be an initiation symbol in pagan lore. You know,
Oh, okay.
so
Like
he
they had
just-
to get like a old time like getting jumped in.
pretty much, yeah.
Kind of.
They beats the shit out of you with a bunch
Yeah.
of sticks.
Dude,
Yeah.
just imagine him with like a fucking stack of branches beating the hell out of
It's
these.
like, yeah, it's just like, why don't you just use a fucking log?
Could you get a less stronger half beast, half demon creature to do this?
Yeah.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
see, if he had a log, he wouldn't get all those like the twigs slapping together sound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Brutal.
Wouldn't leave lacerations.
Yeah, no.
I think that's where the legend of the switch comes from. Krampus.
Let's ask the old man here. I'm sure he has cut his own a few times.
I
Yeah,
did
that's-
cut my own a few times.
See, that's good marketing.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
I ain't lying. I did have to pull my
It's
own
all boils back to the merch for him.
yeah, it does.
Well, he's got Krampus branded switches you can buy at
Yeah,
Ollie's.
Come over here. These switches
Yeah.
are guaranteed.
The most
Teach your
southern
kid a
store
lesson.
I've ever been in.
Yeah,
Ollie's.
always.
I guarantee you they will not break.
Yep.
You can hit them as hard as you want.
They will draw blood every time.
It's funny, like if you've never been to an Ollie's, they have a card that says Ollie's Army. And I believe that they really do have some sort of redneck militia.
Dude, I've been to always just sitting in the wings waiting.
Just waiting for shit to jump off.
I'm telling you, man, it's gonna pop
It's
any
like, come
minute.
on, you commie bastards.
It's gonna pop any minute, man. I'm telling you.
But you know, some of the other descriptions have Krampus carrying a whip instead of branches for, you know, obviously whipping the bad kids.
More of an S&M kind of deal.
Yeah.
Very good.
A lot of leather involved in that one.
Mm.
Then, you know, much like his good guy counterpart, Santa Claus, Krampus will also carry with him a sack or even a basket in some some people show him as like carrying a sack with him.
Mm-hmm.
Other stories, he'll have a basket.
Well, that's because
more like a cage.
That's because Tim over there quit making burlap sacks and started weaving baskets.
Started weaving, wicker.
Wicker baskets. It brought in more money.
What's more? It's
It's
more practical.
Either the sack or the basket, cage kind of thing. It would be strapped to his back to carry off all the evil children that he finds along his way.
Oof.
Man,
so essentially he finds them,
whips them real good,
and then throws them on his back.
Yeah, to insult the
coming with me now,
dude.
He starts piling them on top of each other.
How bad were these kids?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what did they do?
God, man.
Were they out there like committing murders and skinning people?
I guarantee you it was like they didn't sweep the barn out. Yeah, so you deserve just
but
a demon showing up and whoop your ass.
Beat down by a demon and dragged off to hell
in a basket.
Yeah, in a basket.
But in a macabre twist, Krampus is thought to use this sack or the basket, cage, whatever you want to call it, to carry the kids away to be drowned, eaten by the creature, or maybe even worse. Well, I would say a lot worse, brought to the depths of hell.
Well, I don't know. We've never been to hell. Maybe it's awesome.
Maybe it's cool.
Maybe it's like all metal all the time.
I was gonna say maybe it's like every metal album cover we've ever seen.
Yeah. Or it's like Little Nicky.
Or it's top 40.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be terrible.
All the latest hits.
But I mean, dude, what could be worse than being dragged off to be drowned or eaten? Like hell's gonna be much worse.
Yeah, I think just go ahead and drown me, please, if you don't mind.
He is gonna drown you, but it's gonna be in a lake of fire. That's where he's gonna drown you.
Yeah, so that way, it's 1 million times more excruciating.
Not only is he gonna eat you, but it'll be for eternity.
Yeah, over and over and over. God, that's terrible.
Black Pete, like we talked about earlier, he also shares the same trait as like having a sack that he uses to take away the bad boys and girls. All right.
So it's like it's again more of like that story is going from one place to another.
Yeah, like
some stuff is
same character, new name
taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of I think probably repurposed for every region or every new generation.
Probably to fit like stories that are already existing, and they just add something more interesting, what they think was more interesting.
Oh, they add something that kind of pertains to the culture or the town or whatever.
Right.
Or whatever they think is going to work.
Right.
To kind of top it all off, dude, Santa Claus, he's the one responsible for all the wonderful gifts the good kids receive.
The good stuff.
Yeah. While Krampus, he looks like a monster and he just walks around whooping all these bad kids, just beating the bejesus out of them.
If they're that bad, don't you think that like some of those kids would like kind of like buck back and like try to like fuck Krampus up? Like
you would think, right?
I don't think you're taking on
jack
Krampus.
His chains and shit.
Yeah, like
that's how bad of a kid you got to be.
Probably ain't rolling up on like a gang of them. He's probably snatching them up one by one.
Yeah, they're not as tough singularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think you're taking on a hellspawn.
I mean,
as a 9-year-old.
Have y'all ever seen some of them videos of those Krampus parades?
Nope.
What?
Dude, I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh my God, bro. Them things are fucking terrifying.
1,000% chance that shit's in Germany.
Yeah, I was about to say it's 100% in Germany.
Yeah, it's 100% in Europe, dude. But dude, I'm telling you, check out some of the videos. It's like it's called like Krampus Krampus Night. But dude, it's like these people are like there's just hundreds of people dressed.
Oh wait. Is that the thing where like
the streets and they just get face drunk?
And they're like
they're terrifying.
Don't
creatures.
they like
that's a
they
good time.
whip people too, don't they?
What?
Like they dress up as like they have like a Krampus mask on.
Yeah,
like chase people throughout the town.
Yeah, like full on costume, bro. Like
oh yeah, I didn't know.
Goat hair and
dude, yeah, I didn't know that was. I just thought that was kind of Germany. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're all over Europe.
That was just a random Saturday in Germany.
No, them Krampus parades, they're insane, dude.
You got the one guy that brought the whip in a gimp mask. He's got it all wrong.
Yeah, completely fucked it up. Yeah, like completely.
I seem to have made a mistake.
I feel like there's about to be a Krampus themed Shiza video, like about to be filmed anymore.
I guarantee you there already is one.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man.
I'm not gonna look it up.
But I ain't gonna lie, dude.
I'll leave that up to
Like-
our head researcher.
Like them things look.
Dude, I'll look if I find one, I'm emailing you.
Go ahead.
And I'm not even gonna tell you. I was like, oh,
I don't-
here's the
Any
notes
email
for
you
the
send
next
me, I
episode.
immediately ignore.
Yeah, check out this Krampus Shizer video.
I've been marking
not
your
saying
emails
that.
as spam for years.
But dude, y'all should check out one of them fucking parades, man. Dude, no, these costumes are like, bro, they're Hollywood quality, man. These things are like insane. These guys,
Mhm.
I mean, they're fucking pure evil, bro. Like they nail these things, man.
It's awesome.
You should definitely check them out.
Oh,
But
I
you know, a
might-
lot of them, they get in trouble, man. Because a lot of them, like they go,
They get in trouble. Okay,
Well,
of course they get in
they
trouble.
go too far.
They're
Well,
dressed
yeah,
like
because-
they're dressed like goat demons,
yeah.
chasing people through the fucking
But
streets.
what it was too, dude, was like they go door to door, and like you're supposed to, like some towns would give them like shots of liquor.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So it would be like,
Yeah, give the people impersonating the demon liquor
yeah, all of a
at
sudden
every
they're all
possible
shit-faced.
stop.
Mm.
Where you know what they really do think they're Krampus
Yeah,
is out there kidnapping people's
Just
fucking
start-
kids. You know?
Start snatching kids up.
Yeah, that's because they're fucked up on Jägermeister or Goldschlager.
Yeah, Goldschlager. Dude.
But you know, like I was saying, Santa Claus is going to bring all the good boys and girls their presents.
Right.
Of course he is.
Krampus is going to show up.
Yeah.
He gonna beat the hell out of you,
All right.
and he's going to give you coal.
Wow.
So you know, with that,
Well, I
Have
guess that
Merry
makes sense.
Christmas.
He does live in hell,
Yeah.
where I
I
assume
guess there's probably an
plenty of coal.
abundance. I was gonna say there's probably an abundance of coal.
yeah, that used to be humans. Is the coal he's giving you?
Well, you can tell it's an old thing because I do remember reading that like hell is really trying to like lower their carbon footprint,
Yeah,
so they haven't really been using coal. They're in a more energy efficient means of torture.
It's more like nuclear fission or
Well, it's more like like anything made by Tesla.
I can just see that. Yeah, we're riding
I
around
think
in
that-
a Tesla truck.
I do
Just
believe that
lines
is it
of
for
plugged
Krampus,
in
though.
demons trying to get charged up. Who's
But,
running
yeah.
the tech support down there, you think?
Oh, gee, that's a good question, man. Hmm.
Like Goebbels or something?
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Dude, the funniest joke I ever heard, I think, was right after Steve Jobs died, and I was reading a tweet from Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I was really close friends with Steve Jobs' sister Blow. You will be missed or something like that. Dude, it was so fucking funny.
Oh god, that's fucking crazy, dude. Anything he got fired for a tsunami joke instead of that.
Has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about at
Yeah,
all.
Nothing at all.
No,
It was just funny.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
So like this dude, like, so he's like half fucked up looking.
Yeah, he's half, you know.
He lives in hell.
Yep.
He's wearing skin tight leather everywhere.
He's got
walking around with chains.
you know,
Heavy ass chains. Like he's a fucking junkyard dog.
don't forget the horns.
Yeah,
The
he's
horns, he's got a backpack full of kids.
Yep.
yeah,
He's got a
He's
G
like,
singing
got-
song.
he's got a
Here's-
root. You know,
You
he's-
weren't that
know.
bad, so here's some coal.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Well, yeah, you weren't that bad. I'm gonna give you a coal, and you know what? I'll be nice. I'll give you 2 lashings.
Yeah.
Where's my sticks?
I just
Let
I'll
that
just-
be a lesson to you
I
about
just
learning
lightly
about
beat the
evolution.
shit out you. Yeah, right. Don't ever mention evolution again. So
Everybody knows that the world is on the back of a giant space turtle.
This is fact.
this is fact. No matter how many pictures you see, it's
Don't
on the
let it
back
happen
of a
again, because
space
next
turtle.
time you're getting drowned.
Yeah, yeah. I might drown you first. I might drown you, then eat your.
I might, yeah. I'll probably eat your like left leg.
Yeah,
Like as he's
Might
drowning.
drown you for
as he's drowning.
Like,
drown you for a little bit. You know,
Like multitasking Krampus.
yeah. One head, one
time you a
holding
little
his
bit,
head down,
drown
the
you a
other
little
one's
bit.
chomping down on his shins.
Somebody should tell him they did research and says multitasking is impossible.
It is.
I don't want him to waste his time.
Oh, your
Yeah,
brain can
yeah.
only handle one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So multitasking is a myth.
So that's Krampus?
Sounds
Yes, it
like it.
is.
That's Krampus, man. Wow, I don't think we are really gonna have to get back on track after the holidays, fellas.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure our last 2 or 3 episodes, 80% of it was about something else. But Krampus is awesome, man.
Dude, forget about what we wanted to talk about today. Let's talk about these random ass topics instead.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely check out some of those Krampus movies if you're in the mood for like a really shitty
Yeah, for
B,
definitely.
B version Christmas.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's a Santa Claus movie that just came out. I think it might still be in theaters.
Violent
Yeah.
Night.
Violent Night or something like that.
Yeah, where like the little girl calls Santa Claus to come help, and he like shows up and just starts beating the hell out of people.
Yeah. Oh, Hellboy. The new Hellboy guy.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah, David Harbour.
Huh. Man, his career is just going straight through the stratosphere, isn't it?
Hey man. I ain't gonna front though. It looks like it might be all right.
I'm gonna tell the kids this weekend. You guys want to go see a Christmas movie?
Yeah. Bring them to see that.
Look at what happens when you don't listen.
Yeah.
Santa's gonna come up, show up with a
I
Glock.
ruin your entire fucking life.
Yeah.
All right,
With
guys.
that though.
Thanks for joining us. As always, we love you.
Enjoy our Christmas episode.
Make
Yep.
sure to check us out on YouTube, Instagram.
And if you don't
Spotify.
celebrate Christmas, whatever.
Yeah.
Happy
None
holidays.
of us really care about the actual true meaning of Christmas anymore.
No.
So it's all about whipping kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whipping and terrifying children.
yeah. Chucking coal at them. I'm down, man. I'm
And then
actually
scare-
down.
And then if that don't work, we'll scare them with climate change and everything else. So
All right, guys. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook at Gamer Rape Podcast. Follow us on YouTube at Gamer Rape Podcast. Need to get working on some of those and to get caught back up again.
Spotify.
But yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next week.
Everybody
See you
have a
later.
good one.
Bye.